Did I ever tell you what the definition of insanity is? Doing the exact same thing over and over again, expecting to change.
Hey everyone, Thordan Smash here, and today we're going to be talking about some changes going on in Season 15. Everything from buffs and nerfs and what the dev team have said, along with some rank changes which are much needed and called for. We're also going to give out 45 bucks. All you gotta do is like, comment, subscribe. You guys know the drill, but without further ado, let's talk about Apex Legends. Let's first start off with what's going on with the buffs and nerfs. Now, there was a huge conversation with John Larson, one of the lead balance designers, in regards to Loba and future improvements for her, and the Loba community has been very vocal that they want something changed with their tactical in regards to the mobility. The main issue that Loba mains seem to think that the tactical doesn't need as high of a cooldown, as there's already a very big punishment for the animations being so slow. John Larson responded that if it is one of the worst mobility tools in the game, allowing the player to just continue to throw it out quicker while still having very slow animations doesn't seem like a good thing, and he wanted to diagnose why it often feels punishing, and he wanted to go ahead and figure out something to maybe do with the travel and animations times in the visual and audio cues rather than just a simple cooldown reduction. Afterwards, Lobo also pointed out that they had talked to him in private and he's aware that her tactical does need to be touched. This seems like the most likely line that they're going to go with, and I actually think this is much smarter than the tactical cooldown reduction, because being able to just spam your ring and then getting melted by a team because of the slow animations would render that a complete nerf actually. But you will be waiting a while before we actually see any of that, because next up in terms of changes is going to most likely be for something surrounding Revenant, as they know his pick rate is really low right now. It's one of the bottom tier characters, and they wanted to do his thematic design justice while rewarding his gameplay. We also know that they're also taking a look at Seer and his nerf, as they've also said they had no updates at this point, but they're targeting the power of Seer's passive. That is what they are actively looking into, so don't expect any changes with his tactical or his ultimate. More along the lines of probably a gauge very similar to Valkyrie's passive, which has a meter on it. That will most likely be what happens to Seer, but you won't be seeing that actually until after the Seer heirloom actually drops, which has been leaked to be coming in Season 15. And this kind of goes in line with what one of the Respawn developers actually said, because even if they do come up with the plan of what they want to do for that legend with a buff or a nerf, they have to go through testing both for bugs and to validate the impact of that change actually working within the game. Plus, you know, you got to sell heirlooms, so I mean, that's also a thing. Honestly, the only legend that really needs to be touched more than any other right now, and I know this is probably going to make some people upset, is Horizon, who's probably the best movement legend in the game. If you look, she's the only legend that has an average rank of platinum in the player base. Every other legend is gold or below. But now we're going to be going ahead and talking about a little bit of what we can expect for ranked in Season 15, because we do know that Stormpoint will be leaving the rotation. It'll be the first time in a year that Stormpoint is no longer the new map, as we have the new Divided Moon map, which was also just teased yesterday by Respawn. The team is probably going to try to rework rank again, because before Season 13, Josh Medina said that we would get a better rank season and that we would get a hashtag thanks Respawn for saving Apex ranked, which did not end up being the case. You see, in Season 12, pro players wanted the rank system based more on wins than getting kills, and so Respawn did that for Season 13. However, after only one split, they reverted it to now where kills became more important, and in Season 14 they changed it even further, uncapping the KP and moving away from what the pros had asked for. Even Imperial Howl points that out, saying that this is not a system that they had asked for whatsoever, as they definitely still wanted it focused more on placement than kills. PvP has gone out and said the rank system is an embarrassment, and that it's not just an issue that was Kings Canyon, as Stormpoint is still suffering from a lot of these same issues. And even his Watson, who is literally the #1 rank grinder out there probably right now, has even said this is not a good system. And it's made into an even further problem, as these are the badges we're getting this season, which I honestly could not tell you the difference from any other season. The holo sprays will probably be the same. There's a 2x HCOG that Kralrindo found that one day we'll probably get a ranked skin, but we don't have any confirmation from Respawn devs at all. And if I were going to take a bet, the reason why they changed the pro system so quickly into Season 13, it was due to the fact that the normal player base did not enjoy grinding it as much, as it took way too long just trying to get top placement, and Respawn saw a huge dip in the player retention rate, and Respawn, being under EA as its publisher, has shown time and time again that they will follow the money and the player retention over their pro scene. So while I do expect some adjustments to ranked in Season 15 to try to appease the pro players, I think Apex Legends is just in a very weird position where the rank system will never make both sides happy, and so at this point they just need to stick with a system and just make that the one no matter what, because it's clearly not working flip-flopping between the two. Let me know down below, how do you feel about any buffs and nerfs for any particular legends? What would you like to see? Or do you also think that the rank system is fine right now? And until next time, legends, keep slaying the Outlands. I'll see you out there.